And when I see a total in the mid-50s or higher, I tend to stack prop bets on touchdown scores, passing yards, receiving yards, rushing yards, what have you. And that strategy has paid dividends for years. It didn't work out last week with the Vikes in Detroit, despite Detroit's defensive injuries. But one outcome is not going to determine whether that strategy is effective or not. I will lecture about that. The Vikes' problems, Sam Darnold. It was the biggest game of his career, throws for 166 yards on 18 of 41 passing. That's just 44% completions. I expect Darnold to bounce back here in an indoor game at a neutral site. Let's face it, he can't play much worse at 44% completions. It appears to be a good spot. He finished fifth in the NFL in passing touchdowns with 35, fifth in passing yards with over 4,300 yards. And it's not like the Vikes can lean on their running game. They rank 19th in the NFL in rushing with 109 yards per game. The Rams also not very good at running the football. They rank 24th. And we got two teams that each rank in the top 10 in passing. I expect both these teams to get their points here. Darnold and the Vikings faced LA. They lost 30-20 earlier this season. Darnold threw for 240 yards on 18 of 25 passing and a pair of touchdowns. I like his passing touchdowns over 1.5. Now I got a better line on this. This has been bet up. It's probably too expensive now to bet as a standalone bet. So it's still good for your single game parlays. And if you want to do a split bet where you put 75% on your stake on over 1.5 touchdowns and 25% on over 2.5 plus money, that will bring down your cost average for that bet and hope he throws 3. In addition to that, I like Justin Jefferson to have a big game. As I said, I don't think Minnesota can come in here and attempt to run the ball. I haven't been that impressed with Aaron Jones. He's averaged 4.5 yards per carry. He's picked up over 1,000 yards, but he's only scored 5 touchdowns this season. His 4.5 yards per carry is a career low for him. And then backup Cam Akers, who has been performing a lot better lately, is suffering from an illness. He's listed as questionable, probably going to play, but probably not 100%. This Minnesota defense, they only allowed 17 points per game in their first 10 games, but in their last 7 games, they've allowed 23 points per game. The Rams defense, only 5 teams in the NFL gave up more passing touchdowns than this Rams team. Like I say, I expect to see points from both teams. And I'm also going to look at Jefferson over 90.5 receiving yards. So the 2 prop bets for this game, we got Darnold over 1.5 passing touchdowns and Jefferson over 90.5 receiving yards, Prez.